Evening, everyone. 6:23 on Monday evening, the 20th of March, and the first day of spring. Okay, the chart on the screen, as far as I'm concerned, is probably one of the most important charts that there is, and it's crude oil. And the reason that I mention that is because crude has fallen through the lower Bollinger Band and spent essentially 4 days down there, which is very unusual. You see, every once in a while, it will go there. Let's look at it on a year basis. As you can see, it's pretty unusual that it goes under and stays there. Usually comes right back. As a matter of fact, in September, we went from under it at about 76 and change to over the top of it at roughly 93 in a period of 7 or 8 days. Same situation here. We got right down on it at around $70, and 2 weeks later, it was 81. So this is really unusual that it stayed outside here for so long. And what impressed me today was the fact that not only did it close up on the day, but it had been down substantially. This low today was 64.36. We added to the ESTE position. In fact, we doubled it, lowering our cost to 27 cents. I believe those options closed around 15 cents, so we're still at a loss, but it did not react to this. It actually was up over 12 during the day, and I think it closed at 11.7. Wait, let me see. Closed at 11.74, up 2 cents after being 11.57 this morning, and 12.08 after that. So I'm actually pretty impressed with the action here. A lot of the oil stocks, in fact, were kind of decoupled from this. Pioneer, which we also own, 186.89, up 480. I noticed Hess was up. Most of the energy was higher on the day today. As far as the rest of the market, it was pretty much a love fest for New York Community Bank, which it seems got kind of a sweetheart deal on a big piece of the Signature Bank portfolio. The stock was $8.50 when all of this started. It got as low as 581, but today on the news of what it was getting, it closed 877, up 223 or 34%. It received an upgrade from neutral to outperform, and clearly it got what they're literally calling a sweetheart deal. As far as other banks and other regionals, we had First Republic trading from 21.59 down to 11.52, closed at 12.18, down $10.85 or 47%. There's talk around that Jamie Dimon is trying to organize a cash infusion, so the conversion of those just deposits of $30 billion would be turned into a cash infusion, and I'm assuming an equity position. Credit Suisse on their Takeunder of 3.2 billion closed 94, down 106. Pre-market this morning, it was trading at about 78 cents. So while that's a decent move off the bottom, it's still very ugly. And Foot Locker was kind of interesting today. The stock was 47 at the high. Pardon me, closed 47, opened at 39.34, closed 39.86, and that was down 240. So it went basically from up 15% to down 5.7% on the earnings. And this company has a new CEO. So, what this CEO has done, which is very common when a new CEO comes in, they had what you would call a kitchen sink quarter, where they tossed in absolutely everything, including the kitchen sink, in order to lower expectations and be able to outperform. Um, Most of my sectors were mixed to higher. Most actually were just outright higher. What was down though was, or mixed, was work from home. And what was actually down was all of the cannabis stocks and the majority of the meme names. So um, people are getting away from that and into some more quality. So gold was up 930 at 1982.80. It had been as high as 2014.80 during the day, but it did close up 930. Bitcoin closed up 945 at 27,945. It had been almost 1,000 higher at 28,730. And I took a small bite of BITI, which is the inverse ETF for Bitcoin. I think it might be a little overdone here. The dollar was down, as were the bonds. Silver was up a little, and nat gas was down 11 cents. As far as the 210 spread, it had a high last week of 113. It closed today at 44. So it's still inverted, but it's come back in by a substantial amount here, 70 basis points, basically. So that's an improvement. All right, folks, I'll be back first thing in the morning. The only economic news that we have tomorrow doesn't come out until 10 o'clock, and that's February existing home sales. Expectation is for 4.16 versus last month's 4. So we'll see how that goes. I'll be back in the morning.